Alright, welcome back to another little review on my little channel here I have on YouTube. So today's episode I'm going to be reviewing is Season 5, Episode 13 of The Walking Dead. So as you should know, there's going to be spoilers. I'm going to be talking about what happened during the episode, and if you don't want to watch this, you don't have to. So let's get right into it. The episode starts off with Sasha. Sasha's looking around the room, just looking at photos. We don't know exactly why right now, but then right after it, she gets a weapon from Olive. Olive is the supplier. She's the one who's giving out goods in the community, rationing. She's the one who's doing all that. So we're like, okay, she's going to get a weapon. And then she goes outside the gate, and she starts target practicing with the actual photos. We're like, okay, there we go. She doesn't like the people maybe, or she doesn't want the photos up. So she starts shooting them. Then when she's done, she sits down and says, "Come get me." Which I was thinking, hey, she's probably wanting to kill something right now. She's been held up in the community, and she wants to get some steam off. So, instead of like boxing, maybe somebody has like what are those, the bags that you hang up and you start punching them. That's how people get off their steam. But maybe Sasha's like, I need to kill something. So, she says, come get me, and then she's hoping for walkers, I'm guessing. Then we get to Carol, Rick, and Daryl. They're doing a little meeting saying how they want to get their weapons back. Of course, Daryl sees a walker. Then Carol's like, just wait, hold on. We said we were hunting, right? So she shoots off some rounds into the walker. Then Rick actually looks over on the front of the forehead with a W. Now at this point, I don't know if I said it a little bit ago, but when I was watching the episodes when Tyrese died, the W was in all the other zombies' cut off heads inside the truck. Now, it might be a wild goose chase through my mind right now, but I think we're going to be seeing the survivors. The survivors were... I'll make another video if you guys want to, but I think we're going to be seeing the survivors. They're another group. So, anyways, I'm just looking where I'm at right now. Okay, then they get back inside the walls, and Michonne and Rick talk. Pretty much just talk about random stuff. Then we see Daryl back outside. He's hunting for us, getting probably meat for himself or something like that. And then Daryl hears something. He points up his crossbow, and he sees Aaron. He asks why he's following him. And Aaron's like, I wasn't following you, I was just doing this over there. Of course, Daryl's like, if you want to come with me, you better come with me and stay quiet. Then there's that. So, Rick, Michonne, and Maggie is in a meeting with Donna. Of course, talking about how they want to make the community bigger, how they should continue with it. Then we get over to Sasha. Sasha's asking to have a lookout. And at this point, Rick's like, obviously you have a lookout because you want to secure this place. Then Donna says, no, we actually don't have a watchout at all. We pretty much have a sniper up there just for looks, pretty much. And Rick's like, whoa, you should really have something. You want to secure this place. And Donna is like, nah, we don't need to secure this place. We don't need to worry about anything. So, at this point, I'm thinking Donna's not really a good leader, and Rick really wants this place to be taken over by his group. Then we get to Carol and Rick talk just about what's going on, this and that, about how they're getting their weapons and all that. Then we get back to Aaron and Daryl. They see a horse in the background, and Aaron's like, yeah, we actually been seeing that horse a few times, and they called it Buttons. In the comics, there is a horse called Buttons. I think it did die too, but anyways, enough of that. But of course, Daryl's like, okay, let's go get it. Then they go start walking over to it, and walkers come, the horse runs away, they clear out the walkers, and they follow it. Then we get to Carol's talking to Olive. Again, like I said, the supplier. So she's pretty much asking for eggs to make cookies, and while she's talking to her, she unlocks the window. She unlocks a window so she can pretty much sneak back in, or somebody else in the group can. So she unlocks the window, then Aaron and Daryl actually talk talk about what they're doing out there and all this and that. And then the party happens. The party was pretty much showing that they're celebrating that they have new people, like Rick's group coming into the community and all that. So the Grimms, or Rick's family, goes, and Carol goes with them. They all go to the party. Then Rosita? Yeah, Rosita and Abraham go. Of course, they all go. Then Rick talks to Donna's husband, which was the person who put up all the walls around the community, just talking about how they should, or no, Rick was saying to Donna's husband, saying how great it is of the community you have here and all of this and that. Then we go back to Aaron and Daryl. We find out that there's more walkers around the horse that we should have, and the horse is dead. That's pretty much all I should say. But the horse dies, and then Daryl and Aaron killed all the walkers around it. So right after Daryl and Aaron kill all the walkers, we go back to the party. Noah, Maggie, and Glenn talk just about small stuff, not very important stuff. Then we go to Aaron and Daryl back just talking again. Pretty much just saying all this and that. Pretty much, you should try to go to this community, you should try to get back into it and get to know people, pretty much. Then we get to Rick. Rick talks to Jessie and her husband. They come into the play, and it seems like her husband really is a dick, pretty much. I don't know really what to say, but her husband's really a dick, and I can already say that there's going to be really big tensions within the last 3 episodes of this season. Rick, and after they stop talking, Rick looks down and starts nodding and says, it looks like pretty much he's liking this place, this whole community, because he never had this for a long time. Except if you want to really call the prison, but yeah, he didn't have something like this at the prison. And then we go to Sasha and Spencer. Sasha just comes into play, then Spencer is Donna's son, and they just talk, just a little bit. And right now I'm going to already say that if you read the comics, Sasha seems like the person, seems like Andrea. Andrea is still alive in the comics if you ever didn't or don't care. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, then we get to Darren, Aaron, and Eric. Aaron asked Daryl to come in, pretty much, if you want dinner, you can come in and just have dinner with us. So Daryl's like, okay, I might as well. I'm here right now, so they have dinner. They talk for a bit. Then Aaron shows Daryl his bike shop, his little garage, with a bunch of bike parts in it. Aaron, of course, wasn't a mechanic, so he doesn't know how to do much, and he's seen Daryl, so Daryl seemed like a biker type, so he's like, Daryl, do you want to help me do this? And then we find out that he is the one who said to Dana that I have a job for him. He should be the new recruit. He knows who is good and bad outside. He knows this and that about the world pretty much now, and me and Eric don't know much about it anymore. Then, of course, we go back to Michonne, Abraham. It seems like they have a little bit of a love interest. I don't know if it's going to continue, but yeah, because it just seems like Abraham was drunk and he was trying to hit on Michonne, but we'll see in time. Then we go to Carol, and this is a really big and funny part. Carol's grabbing the guns. She opens up the window that she unlocked that day, and she starts grabbing up weapons. And Sam comes in, which was Jesse's son, and she pretty much threatens him, saying, if you say something about this, you're going to be outside the walls, tied up to a tree, and eaten by walkers if you tell somebody. And at that point, I was actually scared of Carol if she could do that, and wow, that was crazy when I heard it. So, let's go back to the party, the party. Donna says pretty much says to Sasha that you should come in, just come into the big circle, and just get to know each other. Then Sasha starts hearing all this stuff, and she really hates how there's more people in this community than she can hear and do and all this and that. She keeps on hearing noises and keeps on getting flashbacks when Tyrese was alive. And then she's like, somebody comes up to her and says, "What's your favorite meal?" Then Sasha doesn't say anything. Then she's like, "I'm worried that I won't do this." And Sasha's like, "What are you worried about?" And then she storms off. So at that point I'm thinking, like, Sasha really wants this community, doesn't want to be in this community because they don't know what they're up against outside the walls. And they think that they're all happy and fine inside the walls. The community, I'm saying. So I think Sasha is going to be really the one who's going to be trying to push Rick into taking over this group. Okay, you might notice some cuts. It's always say it's for editing. But let's get to the last part of this. So Sasha and Donna talk outside saying, "How could you do that? And I think I know what your problem is, Sasha." And it's just really, I don't know, I don't really care for it. Then we get to Carol, Rick, and Daryl. They start doing their meetup again outside the walls, saying, "Here's your weapons," because Carol has the weapons now. And she passes it to Daryl, and Daryl's like, "Maybe we should reconsider," because he was talking to Aaron, saying how he should be the new recruit, and Daryl seems like he's trusting them more and more every day. So Daryl's like, maybe we should trust these guys. I don't want to take the gun just yet. And yeah, I should just pretty much watch out for myself. Of course, Rick takes it and puts it in his back pocket. Then we get to Michonne. Michonne's hanging up her sword. And it's pretty much to show that she feels safe in this community. She doesn't need to carry around the sword all the time. And she just wants to hang it up. And at this point, like I say in the comics, but I don't really want to say anything, but at this point I think there's something going to be big happening, because it's really too quiet right now. And then we get to see Rick looking all over the place, then Jesse and her husband walk by, and the camera actually points at Rick's belt, where he's holding the weapon, the hidden gun that he has, and then he just walks away. Because he hears something outside the wall. And I'm going to put down that. He hears something outside the wall. Of course it is a walker. And I think he's realizing that there's probably going to be more walkers outside the gate. And he might need to get more people to pretty much take out the walkers every day. And there we go. That's the whole episode. What I thought about this episode was, it was okay, like always. It's not really a big push in the series, but you know, like I said, it's okay. My predictions for next episode, since I've seen Father Gabe, or Gabriel, he was in it, so I'm thinking that we're going to see the church. Of course, he's a father, he's going to make a church, so we're going to see the new community have a church and all this and that, and yeah, let me think. I think Sasha is going to be a big part in the next season, and I think the survivors are going to come up within the next few episodes, or Jesus is going to come up, which is a big character in the comics. If I don't care, you can look up it on Wiki. And yeah, I think that's going to be the next part. We're going to see the Hilltop next season, because Jesus is going to pop up at the very end, and Morgan's going to be popping up pretty soon, I'm thinking. But again, that's my thoughts, and I'll see you next time if you come back. Bye.